The recent tragedy in which 3 young students of a reputed coaching center lost their lives is another reminder of Delhi's poor and pathetic civic facilities and conditions. Delhi is in a lethal urban crisis. Civic apathy has once again led to 3 promising lives being cut short tragically. These IAS aspirants were killed after the basement of a popular coaching institute in Delhi got flooded. The students were in the basement that was being used as a library in violation of norms when a strong gush of water entered it. A video has now emerged which exposes the sorry state of affairs in the popular UPSC coaching hub in the national capital, as people can be seen wading through waist-deep water. In fact, in these visuals, a motorbike half submerged in muddy water can also be seen. The basement was 8 feet below the ground level and several students were trapped in it when it got flooded. All students but Tania Soni, Shreya Yadav, both 25 years, and Navin Delvin, 28, managed to get out in time. The 3 bodies were recovered past midnight after a 7-hour rescue operation. Sudden flooding triggered by heavy downpour claimed the lives of these young students as they drowned in the floodwater in the underground library of Rao's IAS Study Circle Coaching Center. Following the incident, amid massive outrage, the MCD under the Aam Aadmi Party has now swung into action, sealing illegally run basements of several coaching centers in Delhi's old Rajinder Nagar area. But is this enough or mere cosmetic measures to silence critics? Well, Delhi is increasingly becoming hazardous, facing one challenge after the other, from monsoon-induced chaos to its crumbling infrastructure. Amid this ongoing turmoil, political leaders continue to engage in blame game while citizens suffer. The recent tragedy of Rajinder Nagar deaths is compounded by the political bickering in its aftermath. The blame game between the Aam Aadmi Party on one side and the BJP and the Delhi Lieutenant Governor on the other is in fact on expected lines. The BJP is blaming the Aam Aadmi Party for the civic apathy, while the Aam Aadmi Party is pinning the blame on the Lieutenant Governor over drainage issues. In fact, Aam Aadmi Party has gone a step ahead, alleging a major drain cleaning scam. But amid this ongoing sparring, issues of governance and accountability gets lost. While politicians continue to trade charges at each other, the issue of prioritizing safety of citizens and ensuring proper regulation is once again in the spotlight. This incident exposes the glaring lapses in just how coaching centers flouted the city's building bylaws to house a library and a reading room in the basement with just one exit entry point. And when water gushed in following the bursting of a nearby drain, there was no way for these students to escape as the door remained shut. Now, failure of callous local authorities who have allowed the unregulated growth of these coaching institutes, with overcrowded centers operating in residential buildings, disregarding safety norms, once again stands exposed, with none being held responsible. And this is all happening unchecked across the capital. So the question is, just who will take responsibility for the recent deaths and these repeated incidents of negligence on part of the authorities? The tragedy points to a larger failure of a government being run by a chief minister who's in jail. Will the chief minister, Arvind Kejriwal, be able to fix responsibility from inside the jail? Even as the lapses leading to this incident are being investigated, a larger assessment is the need of the hour, and accountability must be fixed at multiple levels. Delhi has been facing one challenge after the other. Recently, the news of the horrific deaths of newborns at an unlicensed neonatal clinic, which again exposed glaring gaps in the enforcement of safety standards, had shocked the nation. That incident exposed shocking systemic failures in the capital's healthcare regulations. The deaths of those little babies sparked a similar political tussle that one is witnessing in Delhi again. Apart from infrastructural woes, Delhi's monsoon mayhem has also literally brought the city to its knees, with the capital facing a multitude of problems that have been fatal and most dangerous for its citizens. The city is failing its residents at every juncture, with people suffering while politicians engage in their usual blame game. Apathy continues to prevail at all fronts. The recent deaths must be dealt with utmost seriousness, with a firm and clear line of accountability. The guilty shouldn't be spared, and such incidents of gross criminal neglect must be addressed with urgency and sincere earnestness. Life isn't cheap, and hopefully authorities are listening.